Okay, for David of the not assholes, I guess. I'm sorry, man. I deal with so many toxic people in comments that some people get caught in the crossfire, and maybe I should fucking stop just assuming people are fucking shitheels. Because, like, I don't know. The gun community is so full of that I just assume. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of crazy, obviously, but like, look at the fucking channel, man. Like, I freely admit that, like, I overreact to comments and shit to fucking, have something to make videos about. And because honestly, this is somewhat my crusade. It's to, like, eliminate this shit from the gun community. Where, like, I don't know. There's a portion of the gun community that I agree with on physical fitness, where it's like, we should be more physically fit, we should lose weight, yada, yada, yada. There's also the fact that, like, some people just ain't gonna do that, A, or B, I've been trying fucking harder than shit, and I'm getting there. I've lost a considerable amount of weight. I don't think I'll ever be fucking, like, skinny. It's not in the cards. And to just trash on so many people, like, I don't think the gun community sees what they're doing as that, but, like, every time I go around fucking gun people, it's, kind of clear. I don't know. They, at least, like, the tactical fucking community and, like, and many other parts of the gun community, there's so much of the gun community where it's like, it's not very gay friendly, and I'm not saying you should be fat friendly or whatever, but maybe you shouldn't, like, be antagonistic about it to the point that, like, anyone who is fat and can't lose the weight, like, feels fucking suicidal because of the shit you do to them. So that's kind of my crusade here. And, like, you, David, got caught in the crossfire of that, and I'm sorry. It's good that you lost weight. I would encourage people to lose weight. Like, I've had an issue with weight my entire life, obviously, but since losing that massive amount of weight, I am a much more capable person in general. I think I survived COVID because I lost that much weight before COVID. Anyway, this is a major prep. And, like, we don't talk about it here much because, like, honestly, I don't want to fucking hear about it. I don't want to hear about how, uh, you know, how various things. And in my experience, like, you do not know what is written. For all we know, we go into starvation times and, like, there's no more food. And I've gone 30 days without eating food before. Have you? I could do it again. It would suck. This is like some of the, like, I didn't realize the samurai were into fasting. Like, I have, like, liked samurai culture from afar a little bit and, like, hadn't really studied it too much until now because, like, you don't want to be a katana weeb. I decided to put that aside and go fucking look at some Musashi shit and whatever. And I don't know. I really liked a lot of what James Yeager did on the internet, even though he was a giant jackass. And part of his big movement was to be more physically fit. And I kind of took that challenge, and that was part of the thing that made me lose weight. It took me a couple of years of trying different shit to figure out how to lose any weight at all. The thing that ended up working was starving myself. I took to doing longer and longer fasts. Can't talk. And yeah, I went like 1 day, 3 days, a week, and then I tried 30 days. Then after I did 30 days, I just started doing intermittent fasting after that. And like, I don't know. It's been kind of a roller coaster since then. And I'm trying just to get my shit back together. And part of the issue I have going on is I think the world's going to end, and I'm living out of canned goods because basically need to cycle through the shit that we're going to have. And that's not really a good way to lose weight. I don't know what to do about that. This is why I think I'm just going to like cycle through all the stuff that has recent expiration dates. Hang on to everything I've got that's got, an unlimited shelf life, and add to that stockpile. Hoard stuff I'm never going to use, basically. Go back to eating fucking fresh food. Like, this is the shit that, like, they don't fucking tell you. If you really want to lose weight, you're going to have to, like, spend most of your fucking money just on fucking, like, fresh food. It's, in my opinion, that's how I did it. I was eating really, really clean. I think basically anything that didn't like grow out of the ground or come from an animal, you should probably question. So when I dropped it back to basics, I did fruit, veggies, meat that was mostly steak, pork chops, and chicken. And I did cheddar cheese, Swiss cheese, and something else. I think that was it. Might have been it. I think I occasionally got a loaf of bread because, like, I was going to Costco at the time, and you could get one of those double things of French bread. And like every time I went to Costco, I would have a slice of pizza and get a thing of bread. And like that was the only shit that I ever had that was like bad for you technically. And like the bread they have there is shit that they bake themselves, or that French bread shit. It's, I would put it to you that that's not that bad for you. Especially if you get a couple of loaves of it every 2 weeks and, you throw half of that shit away. So that's what I was doing. The other thing I did for dieting, Robert something's Crunch protein bar. What is that called? Chef Robert something's protein crunch peanut butter bar. It's the one they sell at Costco. It's in a yellow and red box. It's like $17.99 for like 20 bars or something like that, or 18 bars. I bought a shitload of those, and anytime that I was like, man, I want something like a cookie or whatever, I had one of those. And like I didn't overdo it on those things, but like, if you get really, really high and get the munchies, and your choices for things to munchie on are fucking peanut butter protein bars, steak, and grapes. Like, assuming that you don't go too crazy on it, you could just munch the fuck out on that shit. And this is where, like, at a certain point, you should probably stop smoking weed if it gives you the munchies. My thing with the munchies is basically it's selective. I haven't eaten at all today, and I've been smoking like a motherfucker since I got up. I can just keep doing that. Now, at some point, I'm going to eat something, and at that point, I need to have like a full meal. Okay? That's just the nature of weed, I guess. It's like, yeah, you've gone a while without it or whatever, and like one taste of the fucking food triggers your whole system to like, hey boys, we're back in business. And you better have something to feed it at that point. You can keep going forever as long as you don't feed the system. That's where like little food is actually worse than none at all in some ways. Save up and have a big meal. That's my advice. After going hungry for a really long time, like I've done videos on weight loss and starvation on this channel, like an hour long, and I don't know, I pretty much made those videos to like just encapsulate my thoughts on that shit and move on. I'm sorry again that you get caught in the crossfire of me battling dickheads. But like, I like battling the dickheads. Like, honestly, I think it was one of the comments that you made said something about feed me your problems. I'm like, is that same jackass from yesterday? And that's half of it. Is like, there was a guy that left a comment similar to one of the ones you left yesterday, and now you're showing up and leaving like a billion comments. I'm like, side eye. Skeptical hippo face. In reality, you're probably one of the many federal agents that watches my channel. Because, like, I just assume that I get, like, all the attention. This is why we are very careful here to always obey the NFA. I'm not a fan of it, but, like, I encourage you not to get fucking David Koresh or whatever his name was, the guy at Waco. I also encourage you not to let other men fuck your wives and to probably lose some weight and buy a gun. I think that's just like sound life advice right there. Sorry again, I'll see you guys later.